Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? Papa Snow here, coming to you live out of Guyana. All right, guys. So, as the stream states, strange things are happening. Strange, right? Uh, current events, of course, the fire break dam. The investigation ensues, right? They have a suspect named Clarence Greene. Apparently, this guy, he's 26 years old. Uh, Suspect for armed robbery, and he has confessed to burning down Brickdam Police Station. However, ladies and gentlemen, in my personal opinion, bullshit, right? I've been to Brickdam before. I've also, unfortunately, been a victim who has suffered from being inside other government buildings that were burnt down. I believe it is, I think it was 2017 when I was wrongfully incarcerated at Camp Street Prison. And inmates set the building on fire. And it was more than one building, same size, very much same size as the complex at Brickdam. And it was multiple buildings that were ravished in that fire, okay? And I need you to understand that when I was there, during that, the only reason why the fire happened and consumed Camp Street is because after the first initial fire started, there were other inmates and people who were setting fire to the other areas of the buildings, to the other buildings. So I need you to understand that happening, it wasn't a case of the breeze blowing. It was intentional arson. There were people, there was a big riot going on at that time inside the prison, and people were like basically lighting everything on fire, and it was crazy. And what I saw happen at Brickdam there was very, very similar, right? And then hearing the story from Clarence Greene. One, if you look at Clarence Greene, that mofo does not look like he's mentally stable. He looks like an easy person to take the blame. He looked like his life done. That man look like a junkie. That man don't even look like a full-fledged graduated robber man. In Guyana, robber man is wear suit and tie and thing, and they must come out to church midday, then just hop on the bicycle and pull up to you and stick you up. That man don't even look like he got a bicycle, right? So let me explain something to you. When people want to tell you a lie, they need to tell a lie that makes some sense. Okay? The man's story is he was inside of the holding area. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are locked up in a prison cell that is made of concrete and steel bars all the way on that side of the yard, how the hell did the buildings on that side of the yard burn down? And somehow, he is claiming that he did it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, I think the world is going to end because that's Jesus Christ then. Clarence Greene got to be Jesus Christ. Because I don't understand how it is humanly or realistically possible for a human being to be locked up in holding, in police custody, behind bars, in one of the most strongest prison buildings we got in the country, which is the holding station, and still be able to reach 300 yards away and light the building on fire. And apparently that happened with a lighter, which one he shouldn't have even had if he had a lighter there. The fact that he can confess that he had a lighter and matches, or a lighter and foam and shit like that he could have went and started a fire, is another question that needs to be answered, right? That exactly, right away, that shows incompetence on the police part. Because how the man get lighter, how the man get certain thing, I think all this stuff just get taken away. At least I know when I do lockups, can't they take away all me thing them, right? Right? So, all of this is something that needs to be questioned. I mentioned it on my show last night that even they said that this man is accused of armed robbery. I would like to see the victim that made the accusation against this man for armed robbery. in the event that all of this may be, this is speculation I'm talking here right now, right? So don't be like, yo, that man said this. No. Speculatively speaking, at this moment, for those of you who understand English language, I know I'm right there. When I did that, it just kind of left half the country behind. However, we need to keep up, right? Especially saying that this man was accused. I want to see the person that accused this man, that said that this man robbed him, how much this man was robbed him for, what mannerism this man robbed them. Armed robbery. So did he do it with a joko? Did he do it with a knife? Did he do it with a cutlass? Did he do it with a bottle? The armed robbery is a very general statement here. Very, very general statement. I can come to you with this inshore bottle sold by JFWW Network Outlet, located at 3 Public Road, Bagastown. Call 233-6997 for your order today. Yeah, so I could come with this. I could come with this inshore bottle and stick your skunt up with it too, you know, and call it armed robbery, right? So we need to determine, one, why was he really there? Who was the victim that this Clarence Greene, right, robbed? How do I know that that man was not systematically put inside that station as a diversion or as a scapegoat? Something ain't making sense here, right? 1 + 1 = 2 in any part of the world except for Guyana, where 32 is bigger than 34, right? So these are the things that lead me to question what is really going on here, okay? But when I see that crackhead looking guy who don't look like he could barely stand up and walk down the street, confessing that he magically moved around while he was locked up, and he was able to get to different parts of the building apparently and light it to fire. Nah, I just can't buy that, man. Just can't buy that. Because it does not make any natural sense. Logic, ladies and gentlemen, logic. To the news people that are pushing that, shame on you. You are working for the wrong people. Somebody gonna hang you out one of these days for spreading bullshit information into a stupid population here, because you know they're gonna listen for a minute and they're gonna eventually accept, right? These are very, very big things. I could see it in our president's face last night when he said, "Bye, we need international people for coming." Because even the president got sense to know the stunt don't make no sense. That does not make any sense whatsoever. Oh man, gonna be locked up in a basement and set your rooftop on fire without burning the rest of the building where he locked up in. And he ain't get a mark. He ain't get bond. Nothing happened to he. Because, I mean, at least if he was in the prison area, the holding area, and he there locked up in there, how come the fire didn't start from in there? Yeah. How the fire start all the way on the next side of the compound? But he was locked up in the holding area. Unless he was assisted. If the man says, well, fine, somebody let me out and let me to these areas and tell me light it up, scunt, it's done. Well, then that makes some sense. That makes some sense. But to tell me you there lock up in a stone and steel box, and yet 200 to 300 yards away, right? You light in place on fire, man. I don't even know why you had to go and do armed robbery in the first place. That doesn't make sense. You could have looked at the bank and the money would have magically appeared in your pocket. You would be the ultimate wire transfer guy. You just look and thing happen. That man feel that this movie is Carrie. Carrie was the movie where the girl setting everything on fire, right? So he get frustrated, scunt, and he turn into Carrie. And the whole place start burn up. Something ain't right. So it's either he's Jesus Christ, Lucifer the devil, or Carrie, the girl that can't get the proper boyfriend without burning it up. Gotta be one of them thing them. Right? But it don't make sense. How that crackhead looking mofo is Jesus Christ in 2021? Thing don't make sense. I can stop being a Christian if this is the case. Because the Bible lied to me. The Bible completely lied to me. The Bible didn't tell me Jesus Christ was a freaking crackhead. Nobody didn't tell me that. From the stories of Jesus, he could have been a destitute. That is understanding. Because he used to have to walk around. He didn't have a home. Right? I understand that part. But nobody didn't tell me Jesus Christ was Clarence Greene, the crackhead. Nobody didn't inform me that what. I need... Bishop Juanello, you need to come and investigate this matter. Because in a statement you said before, if Jesus was here, he would vote for the PPP. Well, sir, he came back, but he came back as Clarence Greene. I think you need to investigate this matter. Seriously. You need to put a cross bunny and see if it bunny skin. If you don't bunny skin, that's a good sign. Does bunny skin, take acid off the cross. Sorry. But it's a funny thing. Right? But this is some serious shit. You guys are expecting us to believe that the man who was locked up in a box is able to burn down things 300 yards away and light the whole place on fire without leaving the box. Yet there's no sign of fire in the box. And he escaped perfectly without a burn or even anything. Did you see Clarence Greene's hair? You telling me dust skunt ain't gonna catch on fire? No! If that man was around, any flamey hair gone. Every year in Guyana, exactly, Michael. Every year in Guyana, is some type of fancy magical joke that come out. 1 year, 32 ended up becoming bigger than 34. Right? The next year, we get the doctor who's not really a doctor. The next year, we get Jesus Christ burning down. We police station them. But Jesus Christ is a crackhead named Clarence Greene. This is some serious shit happening in Guyana, ladies and gentlemen. And it needs to be investigated by the world. In fact, I think we shouldn't even lock up Clarence Greene. Because the saying is, you know, it's true Jesus, you gotta meet God. Right? And if Clarence Greene is Jesus Christ, please don't lock that man up. We are going to hell. You need to put that man in a special place. In fact, I think that man should work with the military. No country would dare rise against Guyana. In fact, we could go for world domination with Clarence Greene on we side, you know. The man, he look at the map and country just burn up skunt. He just gonna look, you know, say, hey, doctor, who's not really a doctor, where you want me burn down today? Hey, boatman, gotta call him boatman, because he like yachting thing. Boatman, you want me look at the different part of this world and burn it down today, bye? More fire, slow fire, is that not what you said, boatman? Is that not what your people saying, boatman? More fire, slow fire? Well, I see you're right. More fire coming. More fire coming, apparently. Right? So, this serious matters. Serious matters. We have the world's most serious matter right now on our hands. And I think there needs to be some sort of explanation behind it. I think we need to call in the professionals, you know, theological professionals, psychological professionals, right? Skilled people from all over the world. NASA mother skunk need to come here, because this shit is some alien shit happening, right? Then a man could be locked up, right? Man be locked up in a box and still setting fire all over the... Man, what do you think this is, man? Yeah, I feel this skunk this movie. This is the problem. This is the problem. Too much police officers watching movie if they think people can listen to the story and buy it. If an officer listen to that man's statement there, and accept that as a logical confession, arrest that officer too, because he is dunce to spite. He's just looking for easy clothes, and the real bandits are going to be walking around. Right? So, this thing, right now, I think Clarence should also be charged with an obstruction of justice charge, because he dumbass story don't make no sense. And in the process of him lying, he would be obstructing the course of justice. So we gotta dig a couple more charges into he. Like a charge for telling a stupid lie. Thou shalt not tell stupid lies, or you're gonna get more time. Right? Anybody could come to me and tell me you lock up in a box and you burning down building hundreds of feet away with a lighter and a sponge skirt. Really? That sponge, I tell you, the sponge make from Aladdin magic carpet, because it still had a little bit of life in it. Scott, I can show you the world. It's funny as hell. Sorry guys, Disney pun. Right? But he could. He definitely could. This man could do so. Why? Because he's Jesus Christ in disguise. Right? Jasmine, where you there, sweetheart? Clarence coming for your Scott. He and the magic sponge. You're gonna use the sponge afterwards. That sponge, guys. He, Jasmine, gonna be magical too. Gail, it's not Nancy's story, girl. That's the tale of Aladdin. That's the tale of Aladdin and the 65 thieves. I mean 40 thieves. Right? You know, reminds me of Harry and Marv, the wet bandits, or sticky bandits, whichever one they want to be today. Right? Ramesh, I don't think we need anybody international to tell us the dust gun don't sound right. I got a 5-year-old son, and even he said, Daddy, they don't know how to lie. I said, you're absolutely correct, son. They're too stupid to tell a lie. Right? But this is reality, ladies and gentlemen. This is reality. Okay, good. I would fight them tomorrow. Right? And the reality is, I guarantee by next year, Pastor Mingo and them buys them, make the church of Clarence Greene the Christ. You're going to see one come up on the East Coast in all the Badman Village. The church of Clarence Greene, the Savior, the Messiah, the magic carpet sponge guy. Right? It can happen. It will happen. And suddenly, all them and them can get miracle cure. People think I'm lying. That's not a real place, by. But we got real problems, son. And we got people who can tell some really, really bad lies. They just really can't lie good. Oh my God. That is so embarrassing when you can't tell a proper lie. Right? That's so embarrassing when you can't tell a proper lie. Tell you straight. For a country to grow up lying to one another, by, we still don't know how to tell a lie. You know? You could do a lot of things and get away with a lot of things, right? But when you start questioning people's intelligence, right? When you start questioning our intelligence or challenging our intelligence with ignorance and stupidity, well, I gotta question you. Because if you ain't smart enough to tell me a story that makes sense, man, you can't even hold position nowhere. You're useless. Absolutely useless. Right? And the quick, don't be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. The media quick for tell you. The media is quick to tell you. This man confessed. Let me tell you, all the media working with these politicians, them. All of them. Including some social media trolls as well. They're working with all these politicians. Everything there is to get their version of the truth out. Nobody in Guyana ain't really giving you the real truth. Why? Because they want to use and abuse you. I often tell people, a man can't teach you what he don't know. And Guyanese people only know how to mistreat each other. That has been our history. That is what we know. There are Guyanese that are exempt from that. I am calling on all of our outside Guyanese. Please support the movement of intelligence. Team up. Come back. We need smart people here. These people are not smart. These people are not smart. These people will cause every single thing to be destroyed simply because of stupidity. Right? But the same reason why you don't give a little child matches and stuff like that. They can't handle it. They're gonna hurt themselves. Right? Unless you're Clarence Greene, who can play with matches from 100 feet away without even touching the matches. Right? This is it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, share your thoughts on what you... No, Gail, that is not a well-orchestrated plan. A well-orchestrated plan has an explanation that makes sense. Okay? It has an explanation that makes sense. The fact that the explanations don't make sense makes me believe that it is part and parcel of another type of attack by a similar group. Right? It's real. The president of Guyana, he want international support. That one particular area. Every time you pass that area, and I believe it's about 1,000 feet radius. Every time you pass that area for 1,000 feet, boom, that's what it is. Yeah, as soon as we meet the right distance, the radio waves catches us. And gentlemen, so I have just been informed that there is a fire scare at the Ministry of Citizenship. The fire department, from what I was just informed, is currently removing people from the building. This is another government building that is now receiving a threat of fire, apparently. We have some persons that we sent down there this morning, and this is the reports that we are now receiving, that the fire department is moving people out of the building because there is a fire scare. Right? In the meantime, we've got people down there to investigate the matter, so I've got to get off this road and make sure all my people are okay. You guys take care. Bye-bye.